This week, one of our hottest topics was the NAACP at its national convention in Kansas City, choosing to pass a resolution which condemned the Tea Party movement for not coming out strongly enough against racist elements within the group. What the NAACP claimed were that Tea Party was holding rallies around the country, that people with racist placards and shouting racist words were there, and that the Tea Party people weren't doing anything to distance themselves from those people. Well, for some of the listeners, they thought that the NAACP was going too far with passing a resolution like this, that to try and hold the Tea Party organizers for their events accountable for fringe people who show up was not realistic and not particularly fair. So I think the gist of what our listeners who were critical of the resolution were saying was that it seemed the NAACP was trying to get attention for itself by coming out with this resolution. But we did have plenty of listeners who thought that the Tea Party, the events were full of anger, and they were concerned about that level of anger, and particularly some of the characterizations of President Obama and his policies. I certainly don't have a full sense of whether there's an effort of media to discredit the Tea Party, but I think that it is the nature of news media to go for the most extreme elements of virtually any group. Maybe with conservative groups like the Tea Party, there's even more of that sort of setup for the cartoonish depiction of them. I think it's unfortunate because I think that there is certainly at the core of the Tea Party movement some significant pushback against government and antipathy toward what's happened in government. As to how to quantify that, I think the November elections are going to be the best determiner of how deep that sentiment goes.